What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Honest Tattooer podcast. My name is Jon Mesa. I'm with my homie, Matt Truiano.
Hey, how you doing?
G-Money in the house.
What up, guys?
And we have two very special guests. And it's not often that it happens on this podcast, but we have some ladies joining us today. So if I could hit the clap button.
Where's that? You know what? That's good enough. Which one is it? I'll leave it there.
It's the one in the bottom, right underneath the light that's on. That's our clap button.
I prefer the funk.
Yeah, me too. I was way better.
Yo, there was so much slapping the bass on that. It was pretty
Slapping the bass.
So, welcome. What's up, ladies?
Hi.
What's up?
So, for the people that don't know you, let them know your name, where you're from, how long you've been tattooing, and what kind of tattoos you do.
My name is Shabla. Everybody calls me Shabla, but in real name is Olga. And I'm a tattoo artist for 8 years. I tattoo surrealism, realism, color, retrowave, and sometimes a little traditional situations.
So, Shabla.
Yeah.
Okay, Shabla.
Shabla. Yeah.
Shabla.
It's like SH.
Okay.
At the beginning, you read it like that. Yeah.
Shabla.
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 Cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said one style there that I was like, what is that?
Retrowave?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like a mix of 80s. Like when you see the grids, neon stuff, that's called like retrowave, vaporwave.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
80s
immediately
vibes.
thinking of Leisure Bandit.
Like Leisure Bandit. Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I can't ask you if that's what you're doing.
That's also very, I would say, yeah, it kind of fits in that kind of theme.
Yeah.
Like those color
I don't know if
choices.
you guys know these bands like Perturbator, Destroyer, Carpenter Brute. It's like metal, like retrowave metal, and that's
Retro wave metal.
Yeah, that's what it comes.
I'm getting
the
schooled
style.
on.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard any of these.
I need to get tapped in.
You just gotta check it out.
Gotta
It's pretty
download
awesome.
all
Are they Polish bands?
No, French, American. Perturbator is from France. Yeah.
Okay.
Really cool.
That sounds aggressive.
Yeah. Check it out.
Sounds
It's really good. It's really good.
Perturbator.
Yeah.
And introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Coco, and I work at No Idols with Jon, Matt, and Gabe. And I'm doing neo-traditional, traditional, and cartoonish. I've been tattooing for like 8 years now. And I'm from Poland as well, as Shabla.
And then right below the screen, just lift her up for a second.
That's Pumpkin.
And this
Hey,
is
Pumpkin.
That's
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. She's a security at our
That's
shop.
the meanest dog in all of Lower East Side.
Yeah, she yells at everybody.
fights everybody.
Everyone knows her
Everyone knows
on
her.
the block, yeah.
No,
But she's also
Yeah.
she's killing them with the cuteness that she
She's
has.
cute.
It's kind of wild. Cool. Well, welcome guys to the podcast.
Hi.
So, how's everybody been this week?
Oh, good.
Doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. It's been cloudy.
It's been cloudy.
You know what? I've been loving this clouds, bro.
No.
Yeah.
I've been loving these clouds because it makes it feel not as hot.
It feels like fall.
It
Yeah.
feels like, yeah, it's making, I already reached that point in summertime where I'm like, fall sounds about good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually saying it yesterday. I'm kind of in the mood for Halloween already.
yeah. Like,
Same.
Yeah.
it's just,
I was
yeah.
the same yesterday.
I don't know about
I was
that
watching
guy.
like horror movies and stuff.
You start walking around the department stores, they already have the Halloween decorations.
Oh, yeah.
out.
I love
dude.
it.
Yeah.
I went to Michael's to pick up some canvases the other day and tons of it.
Yeah.
Tons of arts and crafts, Halloween shit everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Already?
Already.
Yeah. Already.
It's been a couple of weeks already,
Yeah. It's going to be on discount in like August.
for sure. Whatever's left.
Whatever's left.
I'm waiting for
Oh, boy.
Got any costume ideas?
Huh?
And you what, costume ideas?
No.
Oh, man. You know what I wanted to do? Have you guys watched the new House of Dragons, Game of Thrones stuff or whatever? Well, there's these like Targaryen dudes that are dreadlocked. And they're all like white hair, dreadlocked dudes with their armor. It looks pretty badass. I was like, I should do a Targaryen.
So
Pretty cool.
Alex, my 3-year-old daughter, she's really into Rapunzel. So she wants to be Rapunzel for Halloween. I might be the chameleon, whatever the chameleon's name is.
There's a chameleon?
Yeah, like
There
her.
is
Yeah,
one,
the
yeah.
lizard.
Yeah.
Here's one.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Tangled.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you should be the tower.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah, and then just put her on your shoulders, and then
Yeah.
you build like a little tower thing, dude.
That's not bad.
And that's actually better.
Yeah. Then I
And
gotta
all
walk
you-
around with her on my shoulders all day.
You just got like a cardboard opening or something. Like that.
Yeah, you know she's gonna get tired of walking around. She's like, "Put me on your shoulders."
That's not bad. I do like that.
That's a pretty good idea.
That's
If you remember, a few weeks back, we had Ed from Tattoo Armor on the podcast, and he was able to hook us up with a discount code for our followers. So Tattoo Armor is literally the best way to wrap your client. I've been using it, Matt's been using it, and it's just awesome. There's no mess, there's no glue, and it's just super comfortable. I hope you can try it for yourself, and just go on to Tattoo Armor and use the code Honest Tattooer for 20% off your order.
After I got the chance to sit down with Matt and John on the Honest Tattooer podcast, the Force of Focus got amazing feedback when it comes to the Hello to Healed process, networking strategies, and most of all, creating your own personal brand and culture. So I want to give you the opportunity to take 15% off by coming to join the Force of Focus arena. Now, this is a community of high-achieving tattoo artists who are all here for one reason: to be around like-minded individuals who all want to grow not only in our personal lives, but within our businesses. We're going to walk with you side by side to build out every system you could ever imagine to not only ensure the fact you're on the right path, but how to be able to see your dream life and then achieve it. Now, I have a laundry list of artists who have been able to achieve their dreams, and if you're ready to do the same, click the link below and let's get a conversation going.
Damn, it is hot down here though. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what's crazy, though? This is what it feels like for real and in a TV set.
Yeah.
It usually feels hot as hell because there's so many lights on you.
Yeah, all the equipment's on.
Yeah,
Lights
are
all the
generating
equipment's, everything's just generating heat. So it's super, super hot.
Is that still a thing though? Like especially with these LEDs, they don't really generate any heat, do they?
A little
They
bit.
don't, but this
A
one
little
feels,
bit.
I feel it from this guy.
A little
Yeah.
bit they do.
Oh, that one for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What'd you guys tattoo this week?
I actually did a pretty nice tattoo today. It was this worm from Sesame Street. Is that what you call it?
Sesame.
From Sesame. Sesame Street.
Yeah, so I did that, and he was like laying on an apple. It was quite like a bit neo-traditional, a bit cartoony.
It was
which
very
I-
cute.
Thank you. I really liked it.
Send me a picture of that so I can put it in the video. That worm. What is he associated with?
I have no idea.
Is he
He's
with a count?
he's Oscar the Grouch's best friend.
Oh, that's right. And you did an Oscar today.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were husband and wife.
Oh, so that was today you did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, look at that.
Look
Yep.
at that. That's cool.
It was cool. I did Oscar the Grouch. That was
Such
It
a
was really
clever,
good.
cool,
Yeah.
like couple tattoo. Because if they end up hitting each other, you still get a cool tattoo.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So wait a minute. It was your choice to do Oscar the Grouch because the guy gave you 3 choices of what you could do.
Yeah, it was like a mouse coming out of a Chinese takeout container. Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo holding pizza.
Nice.
But it had to be the classic cartoon, not like a traditional version. And and any rendition of Oscar the Grouch. So I was like, which one do you really want?
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like,
So now let me ask you: would the wife have gotten the worm if your client didn't do Oscar?
Huh?
I think
No,
she
my
was-
client wanted.
Yeah, she-
Regardless, she was
Yeah,
down
yeah,
the worm.
Yeah, regardless,
Yeah.
she had already started
Yeah.
before
Okay.
we
Oh.
even.
Oh, look at that. So they
Decided.
didn't even think about it together.
Nope.
You guys just made that happen. It was a happy
Oh
accident.
yeah, that was
That's
happy.
Yeah, it was a happy accident.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I wonder if they know.
yeah, he was.
It was a happy accident.
Yeah, she was stoked. She was pretty
It was
happy with
really
that. It
cool
was really
tattoo.
cool.
I really
Yep.
liked it.
Shabla, did you tattoo this week?
Well, unfortunately, the last tattoo I did was on Saturday. I did this really cool Jesus on the hand, and it
Cool.
was in a line work style. Just line work, a little bit of shading, and I actually really enjoyed designing it and tattooing it, and kind of want to make more flashes like that because it's very graphic, and I really enjoyed it. And then on Monday, I went to work out, and I shot my back.
Oh no.
Oh,
And after a
no.
4-week vacation, like guest spotting and working in Poland, I had to take off this week because I can't sit more than like for 40 minutes on a tattoo chair. Like, so this chair is really comfortable. That's why I was like, can I have this chair?
So one of the guys here, he tattoos all day standing up. He has like these like stilts for the regular tattoo bed.
Yeah.
They're car jacks.
Yeah, they're like car jacks, right? And he's just like tattooing standing up the whole time. And he said that it was good for his back. And I was like, if it's good for your back, isn't that bad for your feet? Like to just be standing all day.
You have to have your bed really high to do that.
It's very high.
It's very high.
Then
It's
it works.
very, very high.
Because when you're bending, that's how I shot my back the first time. That I was doing a chest piece and I was bending over, and the next day I couldn't walk.
Oh.
Literally, I couldn't walk.
That's why I don't do chest pieces.
Yeah.
From working out or from tattooing? You
Now I shop for working out. I just wanted to go back to my routine, and I went to my CrossFit training, and I was like, okay, yeah, 1,000 meters on skiers, let's do it. And boom, yeah, and I just did it to myself, yeah. And I shot my back, but it's better now. I can walk, you know. It's like a puncture situation, and it's better. And next week I have like cool tattoos coming in, so I'm very excited for next week. I can't wait to tattoo, and yeah, it's gonna be some cool designs. Yeah.
nice.
Cool.
What are the designs that you're excited about?
I'm excited. I have this Alphonse Mocha. Toulouse-Lautrec, actually. It's very similar to Alphonse Mocha.
Okay.
Also, like, how do you call it in English? Ceticia? Forgot. But it's from that era. And it's like a lady in vapor wave colors and in a vapor wave situation with some grids. I'm very excited for it. I was
Hybrid
supposed
styles.
I was supposed to have it this week, but I had to reschedule it, unfortunately. I had some pretty cool designs this weekend. I had to reschedule it all to August, but I'm just going to have more time to like make it even better,
Fine
you know?
tune.
Yeah. And next week, what do I have next week? Oh, I have my very good client, Ahab, and we just finished a sleeve. And it's like surrealism, a lot of like psychedelic trippy stuff. We did like a sleeve and an arm sleeve, and now we finished a leg sleeve, and we're going to start the other leg. And probably we'll make some psychedelic geometry. And before that, he wants a Anubis over here on his bicep, also in some like trippy style. So I'm very excited for that as well. I can't wait to tattoo again, really. I hate to be sick or in the situation that I can't tattoo. So I'm just like drawing on my iPad, doing some new styles and trying to, you know.
There's been a few times where I haven't tattooed for like weeks or almost months at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously COVID was one of them. I broke my hand a couple of years ago. I was out for over 2 months. And each time that I didn't work for a while, the first week or two, I was kind of bummed. I was like really bored. I couldn't do anything. But then after that, I was like, I can kind of get used to this. Just like
Not
not tattooing. Yeah. And it actually worries me a little bit. Like if I did have to stop for whatever reason, I don't know how much I would miss it.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh shit.
But do you draw or
Maybe
you do
for
something like?
Well, when I broke my hand, I couldn't.
you
I
couldn't
couldn't.
do it?
You can do anything.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I did try drawing righty, and it actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It came out okay. But yeah, no, like I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm easily adaptable. Like I was like, all right, I'm not tattooing. It's cool. Just go on to the next thing.
You know what? Sometimes me and my bestie go to the park and we play this game, the left hand, and we just draw whatever we see in the park. And I play with my left hand, so we have even chances. And man, it's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god! If something happens to my right hand, it would be a really bad situation. Yeah.
If you were to draw or paint on an easel with your non-dominant hand, it's actually a lot easier.
Really?
Yeah, there's something about like when you're drawing on a table and you're resting your arm on the surface, there's something about like that extra weight. You don't have the dexterity.
Yeah.
But if your arm's up and now you're moving from the shoulder like you're supposed to, it's a lot easier. You have a lot lot more control.
Feels more accurate.
Yeah.
Even if I just like play around with it.
I actually learned
More
that
expression.
when I was in school, like young, I would go up to the chalkboard and I would practice writing whatever I had to write on the chalkboard with my right hand. I'm a lefty. And it was just as neat as if I were to do it with my left hand. And I figured it's because I wasn't resting on the chalkboard, just had like free motion.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I need to try.
Good thing to try.
Yeah.
The only thing I can do with my left hand, other than the one obvious thing, is Shoot pool.
Shoot pool.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm ambidextrous on. I can like just switch immediately. It feels pretty natural, unless it's super awkward, like, like a really weird angle. But as long as it's like underneath, it feels super natural. I can just do it.
That's good. So you don't have to like put your butt on the table with one leg down.
No, I just switch hands real quick. I just switch hands.
Yeah, just switch hands and be like, all right.
When I play up against people and they see me do that, they're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
They're like, God,
Secret trick.
yeah.
The guy who was trying to teach me how to tattoo, not the owner of the shop who I was really apprenticing under, but one of the other guys who was working there, I would watch him tattoo. And then if he wanted to change direction of his stroke, but didn't want to like move his arm or his body, he would just switch the machine to the other hand and then start going with the other.
Whoa. That's so badass.
I mean, it is. The guy's such a douche, though. Like, it's hard to call him badass, but that was pretty.
That is pretty badass. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Oh man.
Imagine he takes a machine in his foot, like
Yeah.
little foot situation there.
You ever see that girl who does like 5 portraits at a time, and she's got like one pen in one hand, one in the other, and then her her feet are going.
Ah, no.
Yeah.
And she's drawing like 4 different portraits all at the same time.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
No way.
It's super crazy.
Oh, that's creepy.
I just saw once this tattoo artist that she was just like drawing the stencil, like somebody was sitting and she was like just looking at somebody and drawing the stencil on the hand and tattooing it. And I think that was like insane. And the portrait was like just the same, like painting, just on the skin.
What?
Yeah.
Some people are talented, man.
Yeah.
What was this girl? Val Tatboo.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh,
She was doing that.
yeah. I saw she at some convention. She put like a mirror and she was just looking at herself, like, oh, look at myself, and just
What?
Man.
a yes, yes.
Wait, explain that. What is?
All right, this is how it went, bro. So she's at a convention. There's a mirror, and she's tattooing she's doing a self-portrait
On someone else?
some dude. By no reference, just her just looking at herself in the mirror.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what she does. Yeah.
No stencil.
No stencil.
Yeah, no stencil, just like
Not even like-
yeah, like
Drawing or whatever.
I don't remember if she did like a like sometimes
I mean-
when you're painting and you're doing things like that, you'll just do like a
Yeah.
like the cross. And you're like, oh, that's
At
where
that
things are
point,
gonna
does
start.
it even matter? That's still like
Yeah, I know.
It's
but-
pretty
Crazy.
bonkers.
What if the
it's
eyes go wonky?
bonkers.
What if the eyes look?
Panorama eyes?
Ah.
She's like, look, I was sad that day. It was a sad
Wow.
day.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, though.
Yeah, it's super wild.
Oh man, I know that there's like, I have a few female tattoo artist friends that have told me that there's this one specific dude who has gone to all of these girls that have been on different tattoo TV shows, and he gets a portrait of them from them.
That's creepy.
That is creepy.
That's kind of
That's
creepy.
so
I heard about
creepy.
that.
But they like, for example, like they all talk to like, you tattooed him too, and they're like, yeah, I tattooed him too. Like, was he nice? He was like, yeah, he was nice, just a little weird, But like,
I mean, that's weird.
it is fucking
That's
weird.
so weird.
It is weird,
But just females?
just females.
Ooh.
So I'm asking you guys, what if a client comes up to you and they're like, I want to get a portrait, and you're like, oh, cool, of what? And then he goes like this, and it's like your latest Instagram selfie that you posted or something.
Ew. I would say no.
You would say no?
Because I'd be like, that's creepy, dude.
What's creepier, though? You doing it or having somebody else do it?
Me doing it. For some reason.
So if you turned it down and then Gabe was like, I'll do it.
That would be so funny. I would love that. I would fucking love that. We should do that one.
But we were just talking
Go
about
check
how,
it out. I'm done.
and we were all like, oh, that's incredible. Because we were just talking about how this girl was doing a self-portrait on some guy. But unless you knew the backstory of like, once I said, it's like, oh, this guy has done it with multiple women. You guys were like, oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
that's weird.
But before you didn't say it was weird when the guy was getting that portrait of the girl doing it, looking at herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
What's the difference?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because that maneuver in and of itself is so like groundbreaking. Where it's just like, this is like a test. Like, who cares? Would you know? But on the other case, it's more like, yeah, let me collect all the faces of all the,
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
girl, it's
tattoo
more like,
models.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
it's more like artistic in a way. When she was doing the self-portrait.
Okay, so what if he
It was
goes
a
like,
flex.
I want a portrait of you. You can do it however you want.
Yeah, it's
I would do it. Yeah.
See?
know.
And he goes like, you can do it however you want. I just want a portrait of you from you.
I mean,
You
In
can do
your
it
style,
In
right?
your style. Whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't like
I
my
got $2
face,
grand on
so-
it. I got $2,000. Take my money. Sold.
I don't know.
I want you to vaporwave your entire face.
Funny.
Grid the face. But you know
Right?
what
That
is
sounds
more-
fun, though. That'd be like,
it is
hell
fun.
yeah, I get to-
I would do
yeah.
it totally. But you know what is creepier? I saw this one tattoo artist, a girl, and she makes like these Medusa portraits and all that, and nobody knows. I don't know. I see that it's her face. She uses her face as a
Oh, probably for
reference.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I see it, I'm like, dude, that's her face. And my friend was like, for real, it's her face. And it's like every design she does, like Medusa face or whatever, it's her face.
It's her face.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think that's more creepy that she's putting her face on.
I don't think it's that creepy.
I mean, if I were a good
I've
looking
used
girl,
my face.
I'd use my face all the time.
Yeah.
I would.
It's kind of funny, like putting a dick somewhere in the tattoo.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like that's the kind of joke
like a
a
secret,
bit with
secret
the
dick.
face. Yeah.
Yeah. Like find the dick in the tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's funny.
Hide
The more
dick.
hidden it is, the more like, yeah.
I feel like though people nowadays, if you told them like, I want to put a dick in this tattoo, they'll be like, all right. yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All
You don't
right.
have to hide it.
Sounds
Yeah, I feel like you don't really have to hide it
Yeah.
anymore.
Dude, in Europe they make so many like horny tattoos. Like
I
you
know,
like,
especially Russia.
and Poland too on the
Really?
conventions. It's like I remember my boss. I'm like, hey, what are you getting tattooed? And of course, one of the tattoo artists didn't have a model, right? And he's like, okay, like you can tattoo me. And he's like making a grenade with a pussy inside. And I'm like, yo, man, what you getting? I'm getting a grenade with a pussy inside. And I'm like,
okay.
okay. And she's like, I'm like, oh.
Oh.
So what is her kid gonna say? And he's like, oh shit, I did.
Yeah.
And he just got white, like, like pale. And I was like, oh shit. And then he was like, you know what, Shabla? Now I regret this tattoo and I'm in the middle of it.
Oh,
Man.
shit.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the
then-
reality check,
yeah.
dude. It's like that hot dog tattoo we saw the other day. Do you remember the hot dog around the wrist? And it was like the two ends of the hot dog was
my
like one was like
goodness.
licking the other's butt.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It was sick, but it's like, yeah, dude, that's around your wrist. man.
Yeah.
If you want to have some weird, cummy looking
Yeah.
tattoo, like whatever, put it up
Yeah.
here, private,
On your thigh.
on your thigh.
Man, you just reminded me, there was a convention I was at years ago, and there was a guy, he was doing the whole like zombie guy. Remember the zombie man, the zombie boy? He had like his face blacked
Yeah,
out.
one-
yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
one
yeah.
that died?
Yeah.
The one that died.
Yeah. So there was a guy who was like trying to do that at a convention, and his wife and kid were there just staring at him like, what the fuck, man?
What are you doing, bro?
And the guy, I don't know what his reaction was after it was done, but everyone was looking at him like, bro, what are you doing? Just wild.
I'm going in.
So
I'm an
I
outlaw.
saw a situation that there was like a family, like woman, husband, and a daughter, and the husband was tattooing his wife. The daughter was there, and she was getting a scene of a blowjob, like free scene
What?
of a blowjob. That was in Poland. In the
What?
and it wasn't good.
And it
It was
wasn't
not
even
worth it.
good.
It was like
man.
this cartoony, like
Ew, like,
kind of trash
like a new
polka.
school?
Nah, it was like.
Oh, like trash polka.
Sure.
But like trash polka is a nice way to say it. It was very cartoony, but like bad cartoony. Oh man, it was such a bad tattoo. And she just like walked on the scene and showed it, and I'm like, why?
You're like,
Why?
no.
Yeah, it wasn't even a good tattoo, and I was like, damn. And her daughter was like there, like looking at it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is wild,
Do you know what like
Hmm.
what's this called? Like a purchase funnel, or like a buying funnel when it comes to like online, right? Where it's like it draws you in with something, the point is for you to do something else, right? I feel like for a little bit, I don't see it as much now, but for a little bit, I've seen a couple recently, I feel like, but it's not as common, of like you can get a really like porn looking tattoo, right? That's being made by this good looking female tattooer who's promoting her OnlyFans. And it's kind of like, you see this, how that reaches to like porn, dude's attention goes into hot girl who has an OnlyFans. And it's like, that's where the money funnel is leading towards, which continues to like, I'm obsessed with this girl. I'm going to get tattooed some more porn shit from this girl so I can just be gawking at the girl that I've been masturbating to, probably by paying for her OnlyFans.
Ew.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, we
earlier
were.
today.
What were you
Yeah.
talking about?
Oh, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No, we were just talking about like being.
Talking about how much you made so far.
I made 0. No, we were actually talking about being a tattoo artist, a female tattoo artist, and having like OnlyFans. And how does it feel when you get like male clients coming? Do you think about it? Like, are they like subscribing my OnlyFans? Like,
I mean, there's
you know,
a
like
lot of
the whole
creeps
like
out there. You know?
like,
Probably.
Yeah.
how do you feel about that? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm sure they don't care if they've got the
I
OnlyFans,
guess
I'm sure
I
they don't
would.
care.
I would not like that person to know where I work, where I
Exactly.
live, where,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of creepy. There's
Yeah.
a lot of creeps out there. You know?
Oh yeah, they're gonna be super creepy. Creepers gonna creep.
man.
Yeah, creeper's gonna creep.
Creepers gonna creep.
I feel like people that do that, they go through these like mental gymnastics to justify
Yeah, what they're
it's,
doing.
why
Yeah.
it's okay.
What I'm doing is normal, actually. No red flags are being.
I'm promoting femininity and fucking, feminism,
I'm a fan.
like, yo,
Only for fans.
I'm just a fan.
just a fan.
Only fans.
Can I get you some flowers?
Oh, stop it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's wild. That's wild. I think that's
I
wild.
would feel so
I think
weird.
that's very brave.
Yeah. It
So
is.
I'll tell you what made me think of this, right? Was this everything that we're talking about, but I saw a reel the other day and it was a girl. I wish I would have saved this so I could show it to you guys. So she was a tattooer in a shop and the text read like, when you get tattooed by me and you're a hot guy over 40, and she's going like, I'm not even joking, bro.
What?
Like, literally, like she has like runny makeup. All you see on the reel, right? All you see is her from the nose up, right? Runny makeup, and she's going, yeah. And it's like a 3-second reel, so it loops,
No.
What the?
a shit ton of fucking thing going on it, dude. And
Is
then
she a real tattoo artist?
yeah. And then I clicked on it and I saw more posts and it was like tattoos. I mean, nothing was like anything that I'm like, oh, that's a sick tattoo. But I mean, like they were fair,
Yeah.
and then like a bunch of more content of that kind of like hypersexualized kind of content.
See, this is what Instagram is doing to our brains right now.
Yep.
This is what people
Gabe,
are
it's time
getting
for
to
gatekeeping.
to break the algorithm. The controversy is reaching to a
Yeah,
point
it's-
that people are just will do anything to get the attention. And
The
it's
attention.
fucked up.
I was telling my nephew the other day, I mean, luckily he's older. He's almost 20 years old. But I was like, dude, I can't even open my phone in front of people because God only knows what's going to show up. Right?
I know.
don't know what the feed is showing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what the feed's going to show me. It's going to show me a whole shitload of tits. But I can't open my phone in front of people.
But also,
That's
it shows you a lot of
insane.
shit that you don't even follow.
Yeah.
I'm like scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not even following
He
this
goes,
shit.
you might like it.
Yeah, right?
Well, I don't.
Yeah. And it's like, where are all the tattoos that I'm following? Where are all the tattoo artists?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
have to like go through a forest of this bullshit, like stupid videos to see the stuff that I actually follow,
Yeah.
you know? It's kind of crazy.
The reason why I asked if that girl was an actual tattooer, because I've seen like people who cosplay as tattooers and do stuff like that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
They'll-
Yeah, I
tattoo
looked up and
cosplay.
her face has this, what I was thinking. Like, you cosplay as a tattoo
They
artist?
have like a fake
It's over.
setup. They put on the gloves and they're like, oh, if you get tattooed by me, this will happen. And they'll do stuff like that. But they're not tattooers.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Dude.
She
I
just
feel like
wants
this is
to
a whole
hype up her
new-
OnlyFans and she's
Exactly.
like,
Yeah, I feel like there's a whole new brand of porn that could start out there.
Tattoo porn.
Tattoo.
Tattoo porn. You know, God damn.
Wild.
Ew.
Damn.
Man.
All right, so the tattoo's over. You owe me $300. I don't have any money. Is there anything that I could do? Yo,
Fake tattoo.
Deposit, please.
Oh,
Fake
Lord.
tattoo shop.
I'm gonna have to lock this door. You're not going anywhere. Yeah.
There has to be videos. Of there has to.
Some dude like named Biff, and the chick's named Tammy. Like,
Tammy and Biff.
Terry, we're doing business now.
Biff's got a mullet.
God damn, dog.
Biff's got a mullet.
Biff's definitely got a mullet.
Yeah.
Mullet.
And a 6 stash.
In his 6 stash. Oh, today. So this weekend, there's a tattoo convention here in New York City, and it's called the First New York
Yeah.
City Tattoo Convention.
I don't get that one at all.
I don't get it at all, but it's because it's the first one that they're putting on, and they're calling the New York Tattoo Convention. So
Which one?
It is the first that they're
It's
doing
the first one.
It's the one in Terminal 5?
in Terminal 5.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that is only traditional tattoo artists.
It's
is
a
that
very, very, very traddy daddy convention.
It's very old. I mean,
Cool.
I think it's a cool idea that it's just traditional and it's just old school.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I
too.
love it.
Me too.
I had no idea that it's today.
It starts tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, it's this
cool.
weekend.
But I really do like we do a convention like that in Hudson Valley where it's very curated and it changes the dynamic of the convention.
Yeah,
It
it
feels
sure
different,
does.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But how many goddamn New York tattoo conventions are there going to be?
I don't know, but I want to show you guys something. I have it in my pocket, so I need to stand up and grab it. Because
Crotch shot.
put it on my OnlyFans. Hold on, where is it? Okay, there it is. So, somebody came by the shop from that convention, and he was a very much older man, and he gave me these really cool tattoo tokens. He's from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Nice.
Dana Tattoo. And he was super nice. Check these out. These are super cool. You can pass them around.
Oh,
I love
And that's
That's
his
a
little
nice business
card.
card.
That's his little business card. I'll
That's
give you one of my
cool.
tokens. I was like, oh, thanks, man.
Oh, me?
Yeah, it's super cool.
And you can put it as a keychain. That's really cool.
And he's over at the convention, and he's been tattooing.
pretty cool.
He said he's been tattooing for 50 years.
Wow.
Oh,
50 years.
50?
Oh my goodness.
50 years.
5-0.
and his hand is still not shaking. Damn.
I have one.
Or maybe his
that's
whole
so
body
You
is
have
shaking.
one of
It
those
evens it
already.
out.
Sciatica's like,
But he was like really cool OG looking ass tattooer, bro. All gold teeth, full.
Nice.
Tops and bottoms,
I
all
think I
gold,
saw him.
baby. Yeah.
I think I saw
Yeah,
him.
he came through and
Yeah, yeah.
he was very, very nice. He wanted to check out the shop. He
That's
said the
so
shop was cool. All that.
Was that that whole group of older people that came in before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
and he's going to be in the tattoo convention?
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
He's either going to be here till Tuesday. I'm going to try to stop by that convention on Saturday, if anything, to see what's up. Just check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to what I said before, so now there's this one. There's the New York City convention that we're doing in October. There's the
Empire.
Empire convention. There's the one that Tattoo Lou puts on at the casino.
Where?
What?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Where's that?
Isn't it the city?
It was in Queens. It used to be at Nassau. I don't know where it is now.
Oh, it used to be in Nassau, and then it's
It's at one of the casinos.
yes, it's in that casino's like, is it in Queens or is it in Brooklyn, like border Queens? Like,
I don't know.
what's that place called? Yeah, damn, I don't know. We got casinos in New York.
There was one that used to be called like the Flight 911.
Right, I remember that one.
The one
And I think
in
Lou put that one on also, right?
Yeah, yeah.
October one is in Brooklyn Navy Yard.
I don't know.
The it's not the Empire one. The one that
Oh,
was
that's the one that we're talking about. That's the other New York Tattoo Convention.
the another.
But they moved it from there. I don't think it's in the Navy Yard anymore, and they're moving it to. Maybe it is in the Navy Yard, but they're moving it to another location. I think it's maybe Greenpoint. Is it Greenpoint?
I hope
have no
so.
idea.
I like, I'm gonna do that one. I'm making a collab with my friend, but I was talking with them and I'm like, guys, that place sucks. Like it's like no subways there. That's like
Hard to get
people
to.
there.
It's hard to get to.
It's like they're not advertising it enough. It's like it's gonna be dead. It's like it's a good spot for raves, but not a tattoo convention. I think that.
There's the Westchester Convention.
And the Westchester.
Man, there's too many, and they're all like kind of around the same time.
So in one of our posts where we're talking about how we feel like conventions are kind of dying out, somebody was like, they're not dying out. There's like one every weekend. And I'm like, that's kind of why there's
Yeah.
It's like this too much.
But you know what? Like in Europe, when you have conventions, I remember when I was like going to conventions there, for example, to Italy or in Poland even, like they always have some musicians there, some bands, some real big bands. In Poland, it was always like Polish rappers that are really famous. And it was so dope because it was not only a tattoo convention, it was also a concert.
It's a show.
Yeah, it's a show. So people were coming also for the music. And when they saw the music, they were also like, oh shit.
I'm gonna go
there's
get a
many-
tat.
Exactly. And that's what brings people. And I'm just surprised that New York has so many conventions and they don't have any good bands. They're just like kind of
You know why, though?
ridiculous shows.
I'll tell you why. I'm going to speak for all the tattooers out there.
Yeah.
As a tattooer at a convention, if there's a band playing on stage like 20 feet from you, it's the worst
tough.
experience
Yeah.
ever for you.
Yeah, that's true.
You can put on headphones and it's still like on the New York Empire. I put headphones because all day there's like some technical issues and they're just like screaming, yelling, and it's horrible. I would prefer to hear a band than somebody like, hey, did you check out Alley number 2 and number 4? It was like that last year. It was fucking horrible. So I would prefer to hear some music than like, you know, this shit. But
So at the convention this weekend, they are having bands, and there's different levels at this venue. And then if you want to see the bands, that's like an extra ticket. You know, like you get a ticket to get to the convention. You want to see the bands, there's another ticket for that. And some of those have
Is
been
the band
sold
not
out.
playing at the main stage?
No,
Where are they
no.
playing?
There's like a rooftop stage.
Oh, that's right. Mario was saying.
Yeah, there's a rooftop stage. Sounds
I think
sick.
that's cool.
That's really cool.
So Westchester does that also, or at least they used to. They used to have bands play. I think
Yeah.
the Misfits played one year actually.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
see, that's
Yeah,
what brings
but they had like a separate stage that was not the main stage, and they were kind of out in the back.
That's
I don't think you needed an extra ticket for it, but at least it was separate from the. actual
Yeah, that's
tattoo
super
convention.
cool.
I
That's
think
super
it should
cool.
be included. That just brings more people because now, to be honest, you guys see how it is. On conventions in New York, it's just like tattoo artists and clients. That's it.
Yep.
There's not many people coming in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of sad.
Oh, on Saturday, I think there's like a new wave party at this convention.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what Mario said. Shout out to Mario. We keep talking
Mario
Bloscudo.
Blue School.
Blue Scudo. And I think that's so. But one of my favorite conventions in the US, they don't do it anymore, but it was Ink and Iron in California in the Queen Mary. And the convention happened on this docked sail boat, like a big like cruise ship, and everything, like all the concerts and car shows and everything happened like in this like fairgrounds right next to the cruise ship. So people
that's
would
cool.
come in, you would walk through all of this stuff like that, they're selling you everything, and then you get to the boat, and then there's 3 floors on the boat of just tattooers.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Sounds
Whatever happened to the Inked at Sea that Inked was supposed to put on?
They canceled it. It just got canceled without any nothing.
Nothing.
No info. They're like,
All right.
this is canceled. And I'm like, okay, cool.
No, like we're gonna push it back for a different date.
No.
Just not doing it.
No dates. No dates. No dates of when that would happen at all.
All right.
So today on our Instagram page, we put up, what are 3 questions that you would like to ask your favorite tattooer of all time? So the reason why we put this up is because I want to start doing a kind of like a 20 questions
Okay.
thing with our guests. So we can ask you guys some questions.
Ooh.
Over the
seat.
course of time.
I'm gonna randomly press a button. I hope this is going.
So
Our 20 question.
I know that kind of that's actually pretty good. That actually is
That was pretty good.
It's time for 20 questions.
Go now.
That's pretty good. Oh man. That totally brings the vibe up. We're going to go through some of these. These are random. This is not part of what we're going to do, but I feel like these will be fun. Why didn't you post my tattoo?
Oh, that's a question.
Yeah.
I'm like, John, did they have a tattoo?
Why didn't you post my tattoo? Let's start it off there.
So sometimes it's just like not something that I want to tattoo. And further, that I will do a tattoo that I'm like, okay, I did it, but I don't want to tattoo that kind of stuff. That's why I don't post it. Simple as that. I just like a certain style that I don't want to tattoo. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, it's mostly because I can take good pictures, and also I forget.
You just forget to take a photo.
I just forget it. Like, or I just forget to like post it, and then I find this like tattoo in my camera roll like 6 months later, and I'm like, oh, I did that.
Oh, that
So-
happens also, that I made a bad picture
Yeah.
and I'm pissed at myself, and
Yeah.
it was a good tattoo, and then I'm like, oh fuck, it's not sharp. That also happens. Yeah.
How long ago did you apprentice?
How long ago?
How long ago? Yeah.
Yeah, 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Do you have a formal apprenticeship or anything?
Yeah, my apprentice was very funny. So it was for, I don't know, like a month. I was just tattooing pig legs in the shop.
Yeah.
And I was in a very like gangster shop.
Thanks to
Yeah,
shop.
gangster
In
paradise.
Poland.
Gangster
In
paradise
Poland.
In Poland, Warsaw.
What is Poland gangster?
Oh man, we don't have guns. We have
Nice.
titties.
I mean, in the
Punches.
90s.
Uh-huh.
In the 90s, there was like a lot of gangs. I
Yeah.
would say like mafia stuff
Yeah.
in Poland, but not anymore.
No. They're still there.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're still there. And
So when you
it's
say
just
you don't have any
different.
guns, like literally no guns at all?
So there's a lot of football hooligans and
A lot of what?
Yep.
football hooligans.
Football hooligans.
I don't know what that is.
So it's like
Lucky you.
like literally there's like football teams,
Okay.
soccer teams, like we have
Yeah,
soccer.
yeah.
And there's like soccer teams and they have hooligans. They're like fans, but they're like
Yeah.
fans, but in general it's like mafia. That's
They like
the-
to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They love to
fight.
fight. Yeah.
They just go to the forest. They say, okay, this time, this date, in the forest, and they just fucking fight, man, like bare knuckles, and that's how they fight for their territory where they do business. It's
Which
Interesting.
sounds lame and is lame.
That sounds pretty badass to me.
It is pretty badass, dude.
it's
pretty badass.
I mean, like, I think you would prefer to be shot than beat it to death.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
it's nuts. Yeah.
The forest.
Yeah, in the forest. Yeah, and it's pretty crazy. Yeah, and I worked in I was walking with my portfolio 2 weeks to look for a shop, and nobody wanted me. And finally, this little shop said, "Hey, Shabla, hey, you want to work with us?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll do whatever. Guys, I will clean everything." I just wanted to tattoo so bad. I was in my third year of college, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna finish my college. I'm gonna finish graphic design, but I really want to tattoo. That's the thing I want to do." Yeah, and I started working with them. And it was pretty fun. And I was having an apprentice for like a month. And then I started tattooing on skin. But I was tattooing for free for a long time. And it was funny because I was tattooing people that, hey, I just came from jail. Okay, I just want a free tattoo.
It's even joking.
Yeah. And they're just like, hey, you can tattoo for free?
man.
I want a full sleeve. I'm like, okay, you're going to be my notebook.
So
like
this
that.
is the part 2 of this question, which is the real question. What piece of advice would you give your 1 year into your apprenticeship if you could go back in time, write something on a little note, just leave it for yourself? What would you tell yourself?
Don't tattoo big pieces. Slow down. Tattoo little stuff that can be easy to cover up. And drop your ego. Yeah, that's for sure. And be humble. And what else? Start slowly, like I started from dot work because I didn't want it to fuck up people's skin. I was thinking already, okay, I'm not a good tattoo artist. I'm just beginning. Dot work will be the safetiest.
You're like one dot at a time.
Yeah, one dot at a time. then line work, then something this. But when I jumped to realism, oh my God, I fucked up somebody's skin so bad that I was like, I didn't come back to it for years. And that was the lesson that, don't jump to stuff that you can't. Realism takes a long time to learn. And I did a design that I was like, okay, I'll do it, And that was my
I
mistake.
wasn't ready.
Yeah, I wasn't ready, of course. And I would say like don't go big, go small, be humble, and do little stuff that is easy to cover up because you'll think that it's good, but nah, you'll look at it 5 years later like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's good. It's gonna be
Good stuff. What would you give yourself?
Well, I would say listen to other people, be humble.
Yep.
Don't be the smartest one. What else? And do walk-ins. Because when I was like actually learning how to tattoo, I was so scared of like those little like Pinterest stuff or like infinity symbols and stuff like that. I turned them all down, like, because I was so scared. And then after a couple of years, I had to do them. And I was like, I don't know how to. Because I only did like all those like tattoos in my style. I never done anything small and simple. So I had to like learn how to do them. Like when I was already like 6 years in a business.
Those tattoos will give you more anxiety sometimes.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's like,
walk-ins teach you, man.
Always.
They really do. They really do. We don't have walk-ins in Poland.
Exactly.
So
we don't have them.
No.
what do you mean?
No walk-ins.
There's no like, there are some street shops, but just like, this is like minority.
Yeah.
Like
It's
most
usually
of them are like somewhere like first floor, like second floor
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's
Like
there's
hidden.
no walk-in culture there.
Yeah.
You make walk-in events sometimes. Now it's coming to Poland that they're doing like walking events.
But nobody comes.
Yeah.
Give me a reality check. How big is Poland? Like compared to one of the states here, what would you say it is?
Oh yeah.
I would say
good
New
question.
York and Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
New Jersey,
yeah.
combined together.
I
All
guess
like
so,
the whole
yeah.
tri-state area.
Something
Okay.
It's
like
not
that.
super small, but not super big.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Italy, I would say.
Mm,
I guess. I don't know.
it's hard to say because it's
Yeah, it's like
long.
a different shape.
and they have a lot of islands. So
Oh, yeah.
I think Italy wins. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard.
Violence. That's what you said. I thought you said violins.
No, I said that it's just like long. Italy is long and it
Like
has a lot of
islands.
islands.
Oh, it's an island.
Yeah.
Different.
Violence.
Yeah.
I heard violence too.
I heard violins. Violins.
You know they like to play.
They got
And
more
be
violence
violent.
there. Then I heard violent, and I was like, oh,
Okay.
mafia.
If I had to go back and tell my 1 year self something, I would say they don't know you. I had this thing where I would be at a convention and I would be tattooing and I would think in my mind, the people looking at my book, they would be like, oh man, look, it's Matt. Check it out.
check out his work. Yeah.
Yeah, look, that's the guy. And I always thought that that's what they were doing. No, they were not. They had no idea who I was.
Yeah, like,
but
who's
for
this
some
guy?
reason, I just had that in my mind. So, nah, they don't know you.
Wow.
Man. Dude, when I first started doing conventions, I was still working at Big Joe's, and I was doing like Philly and Baltimore and DC and Boston. Those were like the shows that I would go to. And it was like, it was so natural because it was like I was in a walk-in shop. So I was like, oh, they're just walking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, hey, what's up, man? What are you trying to get? Like, what's your name? What are you here for? Like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, let me draw something up for you, bro. It was always like that. And then like once TV hit, then it completely changed the dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I went on TV and did the first thing, it was like, then people were like, hey, man.
How into your career were you when you did your first show?
I was already like 6 years.
Okay.
6 years in tattooing, which is crazy because like I feel like 6 years of tattooing back then is like 3 years of tattooing now, based on how much like information. It's out there. Like in 3 years, you can get so much,
Yeah.
and you don't have to wrestle with your machine. Like
Yeah.
you could just get a machine that works from day one.
Yeah. Amazon.
man. That actually reminds me. I wish I saved this, or maybe I did. Did I send it to you? There was a guy who was talking about how tattoo machines are dummy proof and you cannot fuck people up now. And he's tattooing and explaining, he's like, I don't know why all these people are saying this. These machines are dummy proof. There's no reason why you should be fucking anybody up. And then all the people in the comment section were like, what are you retarded?
What are you talking about?
Was he messing people up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people were like, bro, your work sucks, man. What are you talking about? He's like, no, my work is better than yours.
No, it's not it.
Ouch.
Damn.
He's drinking that delusional juice, bro. That delusional
Delulu juice.
juice.
I mean, now you have Instagram. It's like a library now. You see so much. You see
Yeah.
work from everywhere, from the whole world. And you can look so many styles. I think it's really awesome. And people should like use it more as a library, not like for the fucking whole attention situation, you know?
Yeah.
You can learn a lot from just like scrolling all their tattoos and seeing, oh, how did somebody do that? How did somebody do bloods? How did somebody do that texture? I think it's really cool. That's the cool side of Instagram for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you tell yourself, Gabe?
What would I tell myself? What would I tell myself?
Gabe
I don't
spoke
know.
before
I'll
that
be
was
honest with you.
quiet.
No, I'll be honest with you. I think
Gabe would be like, stop being a bitch. Do that shit.
never mind your hand pain. I wouldn't. Honestly, I kind of like where my path has led me. Even though it's like, what could I tell myself to like accelerate my knowledge or my growth, right? Because still, like, even if I were to try to tell myself something to advance, the tools weren't there at that specific time, Because like we had to really dig for information.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff. So just, what would I tell myself? Actually, I wouldn't even tell myself like all the shit you thought you weren't going to be able to do, you're doing it. Because then I wouldn't want to, I don't know. It's almost like I wouldn't hustle as hard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fight for it as hard to be like, instead of like, I was always basing my frame of thought of like, I'll never be able to I always set the bar way higher than what I could reach at. So that when I was always under it, but at one point, you really see a lot of growth that way. So I don't know. Shoot, that's why I'm drawing a blank. Like, what would I tell myself? I don't know if I would tell myself anything. I'd be like, fuck up, loser.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Mine would be don't get tattooed by any of the people you're about to get tattooed that you think you're going to get tattooed by.
Oh, you damn.
I'd be like, save your money
Yeah.
and then get tattooed by the best people.
Yeah.
I didn't do that till I was already like 7 years into tattooing, and I already had a bunch of shitty ones. And that's when I was like, oh, now I'm going to get tattooed by the people that I could actually afford at that time.
Yeah,
but it was
totally.
like, it was the eagerness of wanting to get tattooed and, working with somebody who's not that great. But like, I ain't got an appointment today, bro. You want to get tattooed? You're like, hell yeah, I want to get tattooed, bro. Because I just wanted to get tattooed.
Yep.
That's why it's hard for me sometimes to wrap my head around the people that are tattooers and they don't really have that many tattoos. I'm like, dude, do you not like tats that much, bro? Because I couldn't wait to get tattooed, bro. So as soon as there was somebody was giving me some free ones, I was like, sick.
This deep into it, do you still feel the same way? Like, let's say you had more free skin. Would you be as eager to get tattooed now?
Hells yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I was like Goro and had like an extra fucking 2 arms coming out of my side, bro. So I can get 2 more sleeves, dude.
Oh, man.
That'd be so sick. Because all the time, dude, you see cool shit that you're like, oh, that's so fucking sick. Why did I do that?
There's a lot of times where I'll see a cool tattoo and I can really appreciate it, but I would be like, I don't know if I want that
I
on
don't
me,
want
though.
that on my body.
Yeah.
There's not
I
a
get
lot
that a
of
lot.
new styles coming out. I'm saving my body for that.
Ooh,
That
There's so
new
many
way.
new tattoos. Yeah, the new way.
That new way.
can I go back to that 1 year thing?
Yeah.
I've found it.
You was thinking
Wait,
about
you
it
gotta
the
hit
whole
it.
time.
What am I hitting?
Yeah.
I
Rewind.
found it. So I would, and the light bulb went off when you were talking about getting tattooed. I would undo everything and I would start off getting tattooed just like Japanese bodysuit. That's it.
Really?
Yep.
You're like, you'll save that guap.
Yep. I'll save my money.
And you're going to go to Horitomo.
Yeah. And I'll freaking endure the teasing and being like, you ain't fucking tattooed, bro. I'm saving it. Yeah, right. You're being a pussy. And I'll just endure it and hold it in.
Just hold it in.
And then finally get a bodysuit.
You'd be like, now what?
Yeah.
Bitch. Who's the bitch now?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's good. I think this one's really good. Somebody sent this one. HK Trippo. He sent this, and I think it's good. What do you value most? Money, time, or craft?
Craft. Yeah.
Or like craft. I was the same. I was craft.
Craft. Definitely.
I don't care. Like, I care about the money, obviously, because you have to live. But I just love tattooing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't care that much about money, to be honest. I can do it for like cheap, as long as it's good.
If it's a cool design,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Money would definitely be the bottom of the list for me too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. When you got kids though, like time is important.
Time is important.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
2,
Nice. What age?
3, and 6.
Oh, cute.
What
Yeah.
about you guys?
Craft.
I'm going to be the center here.
Money?
Money.
Yes, baby. You know why?
Mr. Burns.
This is how it goes for me, right? Without the money, right, I can't have the time to do other things. You know, having the money buys you time. You
How
know?
come?
Because we all need money to do things. You know, in my case, I also have a kid. And I have bills and I have overheads and I have things that I have to pay. And without the money, I have to do something. So I lose my time. I have to go work to make that happen. So like the more money I can earn for my time, the more time available, free time I will have. And if I have free time, I can put in more time to my craft. So it's like one kind of goes hand in hand with the other. In different parts of your life, you know, like you're going to have maybe not a lot of money, but you have a lot of time, so you should dedicate it to your craft to be able to then hopefully increase your money because you're really good at your craft. So like that's kind of how I see it. It really depends at what point in your life you are, you know, and like that's like sometimes we've said this when it comes to like social media and promoting yourself and stuff like that. Like, look, if you have the money, invest in somebody doing it for you so you don't have to do it, you know. But if you don't have the money, you probably have time. So dedicate the time for it so it can be good. And overall, the craft is something that you got to be passionate about. And I feel like I'm very passionate about tattooing. I love it. And it's something that I'll probably do even if I don't have to do it, you know? How much of it? Probably a lot less. But I'll probably love that time that I do it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
When money is not an issue, you're much more likely to limit the amount that you spend of time doing the craft that you want to do. Does that
That's
make
true.
sense?
I think
Did
so.
say that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like, you know, your pursuits will be different.
Yeah.
You know, once it's money's not an issue, you're like, oh, then I'll tattoo.
Like I don't have to do this infinity sign. I'll wait for something cool.
Wait for something cool.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to take less appointments.
Even the
I'm collecting
infinity sign
stamps
will
now.
learn something, you know? I feel like every tattoo teaches you something. Even something that is not in your style, it will always teach you something.
It does.
Yeah.
I think it does.
I don't take everything. I'm like, whatever. If I have a constellation or something, I'm taking everything. Yeah. Every tattoo will teach you something. And if you have the craft, then the money will come.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like when, you know, that's why I don't get when you're like, people are starting out and they're not like just trying to do a million free tattoos for people.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, dude, you're starting out, you want to be a tattoo artist, do as many free tattoos as you can so you can get really good at it. And once they're good, then you can start charging for them.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I did too.
Yeah, you can't be picky in the beginning. Like, what the fuck? You can't be picky. Oh, I'm gonna do this, that. Nah, you're taking walk-ins, and that's your lesson. You know, like that's what you do. That's how you learn.
For
you know?
real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The time for one more.
We got one more.
Let's do it.
Age, sex, location.
Let's see. Oh, this is good. How do you get over being nervous when tattooing?
Drink.
I still don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm nervous when it's like when I'm really excited about tattoo and I really want to do good, I get nervous. Or if it's something that's like really fine line, like when it's a walk-in, that's really fine line, I'm so stressed. I don't know how to fight it, to be honest. I have no good advice. I just wanted to share it.
I think like the easiest way to kind of get, I mean, if you're a nervous person, you're going to be nervous no matter what.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're nervous about something, it's probably because you're not prepared.
Yeah.
I would say that. If you're nervous, you're probably not as prepared to do what you're about to do. Because if like...
It really depends on the person.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I said. Like if you're a nervous prone person, you're probably going to be nervous no matter what, you know? But think about like, you know, somebody that's, you know, like an EMT, right? Or a nurse. They're under very stressful situations, but they're like calm, cool, collected, analyzing the situation to the best thing that they can do. You know, they're like, they might feel something, but they're like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing in this situation. I'm going to go through that, you know?
Unlike
So like,
that Secret Service agent.
it was like, where do I put my gun? Where do I put my gun? I've never shot nobody, you know? Oh man, that was so bad.
But I think that's a good thing when you're nervous because that means that you care.
That is very true. I was going to say that too. I was like,
That means that you
that
care,
means that
bro.
you give a shit.
Yeah.
That's
if you
smart.
wouldn't be, that would be like, okay, whatever. But like if you're nervous, you really care about the tattoo and you want to do the best you can, you know?
Yep.
And you respect the skin.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause, Yeah.
First tattoo I ever did, I was sweating like it was like August. It was crazy how much. I was so nervous. I was like, I'm going to fuck this up.
What was it?
Just the word beauty in a script that I drew.
Aw. That's cute.
Oh my God. First tattoo, man.
Script will get you
Oh.
nervous.
Oh, dude. It was like
Script
tight
is-
fives.
Yeah.
Parkinson.
Oh my God.
Flourishes and freaking
I don't know what was my first
filigrees.
My first tattoo was a cherry blossom on the foot.
Whoa, that's hard.
tattoo. Yeah. Was it in color?
Color.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yep.
I would have been shitting my pants.
How was it?
Awful. So bad.
Like awful.
So
I
bad.
would have been talking to myself, being like, "Why did you take that on?"
Right?
It was so. I've said this before. I did a couple of tattoos on my friends before I got my apprenticeship.
Okay.
So this tattoo was on an ex-girlfriend. She was my ex at the time.
Ooh.
For whatever reason, I don't know what the reason was. She showed up at my house and she's like, "Hey," I mean, after we were talking for a little bit, she's like, "What? Give me a tattoo." I see you. I was practicing on like orange peels at the time, like oranges and grapefruits. She's like, "Yeah, give me a tattoo." I'm like, "I don't think I should do this. Like, I've only tattooed fruit up until now." She's like, "I believe you. You could do it." All right, whatever. So yeah, I did a little cherry blossom on her foot, and I didn't know what my setup was all about. I would pull a line, and there would be nothing there. And she was like, "Oh, you just got to go in harder. Just dig deeper." I'm like, "Okay, if you think that's the way to do it, okay." I didn't know what to do, so I just dug into her, and the
On the
tattoo
foot.
looked like trash, but it was there. It was colored, and I didn't talk to her again after that. She was my ex-girlfriend, so there was no reason for me to talk to her. I didn't see her or talk to her for like years after that. And then when I finally caught up with her again, I asked her, I was like, "So whatever, like, what that happened?"
Whatever happened to the tat?
And she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I had to go to the doctor. Like, it was really infected. Like, it was pretty bad." And I wound up covering it later, and it was like all chewed up and nasty years later too.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Sheesh.
Ay, ay, ay.
So
Don't try that at home.
don't try that.
Oh no.
And actually, so it was only like 2 tattoos after that I was like, you know what, like I need to learn the right way, and that's why I got a real apprenticeship.
Would you look at that?
Sheesh.
At least you learn by experience. You're
Right?
like, this is working out. I need to keep going. Oh man.
You were persistent.
First tattoo in color, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
brave.
That's
Yep.
fun.
Yeah. I had like
Not very
Parkinson.
smart,
No.
but brave.
Yeah.
Shh.
Well, shit.
Everyone's starting with pens now too, right? Like nobody's.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
people start with a pen. Yeah.
Oh man.
They don't know this.
Which is scarier. I think that's scarier.
Really? I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so. This is why, right? With the pen, it's very easy to just quickly adjust that, how much needle sticking out. Like you can do that so quickly. With like a coil, you can, do I'm going to just like have it really shallow and just ride the tube. But you can't do the whole tattoo like that necessarily, it's sometimes you end up overworking if you're doing that. And most people that when they start out, they can't gauge the depth. They can't do depth.
Yeah.
That's what I did on myself with the coil. I just bought the machine and I was like, me and my bestie were like, okay, let's do it. We had no idea about the stroke, anything. And we were just like, okay, you know what? The first one, let's do it on ourselves. And and we did it. But yeah, it was like, and it was on coils. We started from coils and it's like so much setup. You have to oh yeah. It's a whole thing to set it up.
It is a whole thing.
And every liner, it's like a different needle. It's like you want to change the needle. It's not like you're just like, the end. It's just like a whole thing. You have to put the rubber, all that.
Yeah, it's so cool.
But I think it's good to learn that. I think it's good to start from it. And I think it's good to learn that. Yeah. And I still will say that the best stroke is from a coil machine.
Yeah.
So cool to end with it too.
I miss them so much. I miss them so much.
Coil
But you
nerds.
need 4 coils to tattoo comfortably. I think so. Yeah. I have a pen machine right now and I love it. But yeah, I started from coil. Yeah.
Not that one.
You got it, right?
Where
It's the bottom right. It's the bottom. There it is.
I'm going to make a label thing for this.
It does. It needs something, right?
We need to memorize
That
where
one just
it's
says
at.
wah wah.
Love the cool team.
Well, shit. Thank you guys for coming through and hanging out with us today.
It was awesome.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for chatting with
having
us.
us.
Shabla. Shabla and Coco.
And Señorita Coco.
Yeah.
And pumpkin.
And
Where is she?
pumpkin. Put her up in the camera real quick.
Hey.
You gotta bring it a little closer. Bring it close. She needs a close up. She needs a close up shot.
Look how cute
Look
she
at
is.
that. Oh my goodness.
Bodyguard.
Pumpkin.
Cute.
So cute, Pumpkin.
She was sleeping the whole time.
You just woke her up.
She's like, are we done yet?
So we usually like to end the show with some recommendations.
Okay.
Do you have any recommendations? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be even tattoo related. It could be anything at all.
Okay, I watched this really good movie. 2 movies that I'm really obsessed with. Long Legs. Really good movie.
Long leg.
Like,
Long
Is
Legs.
that like horror or sci-fi or
Horror,
something?
crime, thriller with Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Nicolas,
oh, I love him.
yeah, he plays such a.
Is he creepy?
He's so
good at creepy.
Oh, he's supposed. That's supposed to be
He's-
like a really good role.
You know
for him.
what?
Yeah.
He's good at creepy.
He's so creepy in it, and his face. You don't even recognize him. You don't even know that it's him. He's so like changed, and really good movie. Recommended watching in the cinema. And another movie, Civil War. Wow, for me it was like mind blowing. It's about America having a civil war, and it's with Kristen Dunst. I love her. And it's a really good movie, really good soundtrack, a lot of good shots, and very current. I don't want to tell more. I just want you guys to watch it. Anything A24 for me is like amazing. And that's the 2 things for me from recommendations. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Awesome.
I would actually love to recommend a movie also. It's called Late Night with the Devil.
Oh.
And I'm not going to tell you about it because you have to like watch it. But if you like the 80s aesthetics, it's perfect. It was so good. So good.
Late Night with the Devil.
I'm definitely
So
gonna watch
good.
Late night with the devil.
I know that sounds like a song.
Yeah, kind of.
What you got, Gabe?
Nothing. I think last week I said
Nothing.
the same thing where it was like being active, right? Being active, being mobile,
Yeah, because
exercising, stretching.
like fitness people here now.
Take care of your body.
Take care of your body. Yeah, take care about what you put into it. And stay limber because tattooing is really taxing on the body. So I'm kind of like on that right now, heavy. But I'm also doing it to where I try not to injure myself because that's one thing people
I'm
want
the
to.
example.
slow down progress, whether that's artistic progress or, you know, physical progress as far as like you're tuning your body. Just slow down. Growth comes little by little, you know?
True.
Yeah.
Go hard, but not too hard.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Gabe's approach and give advice as opposed to a recommendation.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna challenge everybody to, instead of sketch your design or whatever you're drawing like you normally would with a pencil and just like draw the outlines of everything and just build it that way, go more of a painterly route and just block in chunks of color. Don't actually draw anything and just kind of build up your values and your colors.
Cool.
And then outline it afterwards if you're going to make a stencil out of it. I did that today I did a Reaper, and it was cool. It was quick, made really quick work. And then I had like my sketch and my color study all in one shot.
That is pretty rad.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. What do I have for you guys? Oh, okay. I'll give you guys some financial advice. Right now, if you don't invest your money, please do it. This is the time. If I could tell anything to my 1-year-old, you know, me at tattooing, would be take at least 20 to 30% of every, you know, $100 you're making and invest your money. Invest your money in the stock market, put it in a bank account.
Yep.
That would be it. That would be the most important thing I would tell you to do. If you are in your 20s, this is your fucking time, my guy. If I'm 41 years old,
Stop buying blow.
stop going to the strip
Yeah.
club.
Stop fucking throwing
Stop
away your
making it
money.
rain.
Stop making it rain
Yeah.
to the strip club.
You're not
You know,
cool.
it's-
You're not making it rain right now with your baby
No,
money.
bro.
And there's
Make it rain with your big money
Yep.
Later.
later.
Telling you,
Yeah.
it'll change your life. That would be the one piece of. I tell that to anybody who I'm like, I meet a young man who's like, seems nice. I'm like, look, if I could tell anything to my young me, this is what I would tell. And I tell them, and I'm like, if nobody's ever told you this, somebody needs to tell you.
Yeah.
My parents were immigrants. They came to this country with, you know, my mom came to this country with nothing. My dad still lives in the Dominican Republic. They had no financial knowledge. I learned this through my own avenues, you know? Some people learn it through their parents. Hopefully you heard it today. You're going to do something about it. Take charge of your future because it's saving money for future you, not for anybody else.
Not many of us have a retirement plan.
Right.
Correct. So the quicker you start, the better you'll feel later.
And it's pretty easy to do it now. You have
It is so easy. You can do it on your phone right now.
Exactly, yeah.
It's too easy.
Cool.
That
Yeah.
would be it, guys.
Great.
All right, guys.
Anyways, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Peace.
And peace.
Bye.
Bye.